What if you're not living in reality? Not because you're asleep, but because reality itself is a kind of dream. The tree you saw today, the sound of your voice, the people you love. You assume they're real, external, tangible. But what if they only exist in your mind? No, this isn't the Matrix. This is idealism, a theory so old and so radical, it makes you question everything. It says, nothing exists outside consciousness. The physical world, an illusion. Matter, just perception. The universe, a thought. Let's define this idea properly. Idealism, in philosophy, is the belief that reality is fundamentally mental, that consciousness is not a byproduct of the universe, it's the foundation of it. Imagine this. You're in a dream. While dreaming, the people you meet, the rooms you walk through, even your own body, all of it feels real, solid, logical, but it's all inside your mind. Idealism claims waking life is no different. Look around you, your phone, your hands, the room you're in. You think you're seeing the world as it is, but you're not. You're seeing your brain's interpretation, colors, shapes, textures, all filtered through perception. You never experience the thing in itself, only the image your mind paints of it. You've never actually touched a tree. You've only ever touched the sensation of tree interpreted by nerves, electrical signals, and meaning. Idealists argue there is no tree outside your consciousness. There is no matter, only mind. Let's rewind to the 18th century. A man named George Berkeley stepped forward with a radical proposition. To be is to be perceived. According to Berkeley, things don't exist unless they are being perceived. A tree falling in a forest with no one around? According to him, it doesn't make a sound. It doesn't even exist. But how then does the world persist when we stop observing it? Berkeley's answer: God. Not in a religious sense, but as an eternal observer. The universe, he said, stays stable not because of matter, but because God never blinks. Everything exists because it's being observed by the divine mind. You might think this is ancient nonsense, but listen closely. In the 20th century, quantum mechanics shattered the idea of a fixed physical world. Particles behave unpredictably. They exist in multiple states until observed. Let that sink in. Observation collapses possibility into reality. It's as if the universe waits for a conscious mind to look before deciding how to behave. That sounds a lot like idealism, doesn't it? And now, even in simulation theory, thinkers like Elon Musk suggest we may be living in a computational illusion, not real in the physical sense, but rendered through code. Different language. Same idea. Idealism, version 2. But wait, isn't this just solipsism? The idea that only your mind exists? Not quite. Idealism isn't saying your mind creates everything. It says everything exists within mind, not necessarily yours. Some versions speak of a universal consciousness, a field of awareness within which all experiences arise. You are not the dreamer. You are a dream character waking up to the fact that the dream is made of mind stuff, not atoms. You are a wave, realizing you're part of the ocean. Let's go deeper. If everything is mind, then who or what are you? Your body? A sensation? Your thoughts? Changing like clouds. Your identity? A story playing inside awareness. You are not the thing. You are the one experiencing the thing. In idealism, you are awareness itself, pure witnessing, untouched by form. Your memories? Appearances. Your personality? Patterns. Your suffering? A distortion in perception. When you realize this life doesn't become meaningless, it becomes malleable. If idealism is true, then the world is not separate from you. Your thoughts shape your experience. You are not at the mercy of matter. Consciousness, your consciousness, is fundamental. What does this mean? It means freedom. It means the rules you've been taught about limits, about objects, about life itself may not be set in stone. They may be set in mind. And if the mind is the foundation, then you, dear listener, are not a passive spectator. You are a co-author in the dream. Of course, many reject idealism. Materialists say, no, consciousness is a product of the brain, not the basis of reality. But that assumes what hasn't been proven. No one has explained how matter gives rise to subjective experience, the hard problem of consciousness, as philosopher David Chalmers calls it. Idealism flips the puzzle. Instead of explaining how matter becomes mind, it asks, what if mind is all there ever was? It's not about religion. It's not about fantasy. It's about exploring what we know to be true, that everything we've ever known has happened within awareness. Idealism isn't new. Hinduism speaks of the world as Maya illusion, arising within Brahman, the cosmic mind. Buddhism says the self is not a thing, but a process. The world is not solid, it's experienced. The Tao cannot be named because it is not an object, but a flow of awareness. From mystics to sages, from poets to monks, they've all echoed idealism in different words. You are not in the world is in you. So, what do we do with all of this? Are we supposed to reject the world, float off into abstraction? Not at all. Idealism isn't about denying reality. It's about reconnecting with it, at its source. It invites you to live more fully, not less. To understand that your experience is not meaningless. That your mind is not a prison, but the canvas of existence. And when you suffer, when you struggle, you're not lost in chaos. You're lost in a thought. And thoughts can change. So I ask you again, what if reality is not something you're in,